It is 7:30 at night on Sunday. My kids have school tomorrow. It's their last day. They want keychains for their teachers. I found out about this 5 minutes ago. I have maybe 30 minutes to make these, and I'm not great at designing from scratch. So let's go see what we can do. Since I'm not great at designing from scratch, I do have a subscription to Creative Fabrica, which is a website where you can download vector files and design files and things like that. I am going to search that to see what I can find. I've already found one for this that my daughter wants. I'll touch more on this website here in a minute. But the first graphic I wanted to find was a dolphin. So she chose this pink dolphin. I'm going to use that one. And then my other kid wants to use a cactus. I did find one of those, so she picked which one she wanted. We'll use that one. And then my son is going to give one to the crossing guard because it's like his favorite person in the world when he goes in the mornings. We did find one that my wife wanted me to use, so we're going to go ahead and grab that one too. I'm going to download these real quick and pop them into Illustrator and start making the design files and see how quick we can make these. I'm only going to walk through the full design process for one. The Marlin is actually a vector file, so it's pretty easy. I get rid of the backgrounds. I'm going to ungroup them, grab the one that I want, and then just bring it over to the file that I'm using. I'm going to make it around 2.25 inches wide. And I already have the cactus mocked up. Once it's the size, I've already made a hole shape that I'm going to use. I'll probably just align it to the center, make that pretty easy to do. Drag it up a little bit. And then the exterior border, going to grab that. Oops. And just paste it over top of what was there. And make that red. Oops. That way I can get the border. All right. Now I'm just going to make the path inset a little bit for the printing process. And that should take care of the first one. So that one's mocked up. I'm going to go ahead and mock up the rest real quick. I'm not going to show you the mock-up process for them. So I'm just going to cut to when they're all finished. I have the design for all three keychains. It took maybe 5 minutes or so. I'm going to just send the borders over to the laser. We're going to cut them out of 1/8 inch clear cast acrylic. So in the laser software, I am using the maker for this. Going to choose my 1/8 inch acrylic. I'm going to do it from the inside out. I'm going to just drag them around on the material. Like so. And then I'm going to go ahead and cut them. So this part should be pretty quick. I'll cut them and then come back, print them, and go from there. Here's the deal. I've got them all cut. I want to print on the back of them so that when they look at the front of the print, you can't feel the print. You can feel the back, but I can't help that. In order to do that, I need to flip my designs. I've already set them up for the printing process where there's an outline I can print on the bed, and then the graphic I will print on the actual item. To print on the back, I'm going to reflect these so that they will print basically inverted. Save this as a PDF file. I want to make sure that I capture all of the pages because I will need that in the printer software. Now that that's taken care of, I will throw it over to the printer. Make sure I have all pages checked. It should pop in as 2 separate files, essentially. Like so. For the outline, I'm just going to print that on the bed. I'm not going to show the process, but I will show you the printing process for the actual items. For the actual print, I'm going to go into my setup. It is a white plus color, so it's going to print a white underbase. But I need to flip around the layers. For this, I don't want the white to be on the first layer. I actually want it to be on the last layer. So I'm going to put the color on the first layer, the white on the second layer, and then the clear on the top of the white just to help protect that white color. And that's pretty much it. I'm going to go ahead and print this over there. I do have them uncoated. I will clean these real quick with isopropyl alcohol. Just clean it on the surface. And then we'll go ahead and print them. All right. So I just go and wipe down the surface. You don't need to use nearly as much as I just did. So wipe the surface down, let it air dry for a second, and then put them on the printer bed. Just line them up with the template that I printed before. And start the print. All right, now that they're printed, go ahead and peel these up. There's the cactus. There's the dolphin. And here is the marlin. All I'm going to do is feed this little key ring through. Like so. And then feed the larger one through that. And we have our keychain. Gonna go ahead and do the other two real quick. And there we go. 3 pretty quick teacher gifts. I finished the 3 keychains. It took about 25 minutes for the actual making part of this, from design all the way through the cutting and the printing. So these are a pretty quick project. If you need quick gifts for some reason, this is a great way to do it. I didn't have time to design anything from scratch, so being able to use Creative Fabrica to be able to do this actually sped up that process considerably. So I will say that Creative Fabrica did help make this possible for me, and as a special gift, they're giving all of you a deal. They do have access to over 7 million downloads that are commercially usable, which is a huge bonus to those of us that maybe don't have the time or skill to design our own items. So if you use my link in the description below, you will get 10 free downloads, and if you do want to continue with that, it is only $9 a month, or $59 for the year. So I do have the year-long one. I purchased that one myself. I am going to be trying to use that more in the videos coming up, where I just don't have that creativity when it comes to some of those designs that are going to be more common, or I might want some more color. It helps me speed up my process, and that is a huge win, especially when I can sell them afterwards because of the commercial ability. It also has a huge amount of fonts on that website as well, which, if you weren't aware, fonts you also have to license. They are not totally free if you just find them on the internet. So keep that in mind. If you want to check it out, link in the description below. It does help support the channel, and I appreciate everybody that has been watching so far. That's it. If you liked it, give it a thumbs up, subscribe, turn on notifications. If you didn't, sorry you didn't enjoy it. Anyway, see you later.